Welcome back to Next Top Singer. We are still in the casting round. Please watch episode 1 for an introduction. To make it in, you have to get a yes signal from at least 2 of the judges. 2 no signals means you are out. If you make it in, please read the description for instructions, and don't forget to confirm your role.
You can see red flags through rose-colored glasses. I hate that I miss you, I hate that I'm lost. I hate those dead flowers you taped to your wall. I hate that you're okay and I can't move on. I hate that somehow this is all my fault. I hate that I'm wide awake watching the door. I hate these long showers sitting on the floor. I hate in the end it was me who was wrong. I hate that I don't really hate you at all.
Hello, my name is Mason Oberlin. I am from San Antonio, Texas, and I will be performing a portion of Proud of Your Boy by Alan Menken, lyrics by Howard Ashman from the Aladdin musical. Believe me, bad as I've been, Ma, you're in for a pleasant surprise. I've wasted time, I've wasted me. So say I'm slow for my age, a late bloomer. Okay, I agree that I've been one rotten kid. Some sun, some pride, and some joy. But I'll get over these lousing up, messing up, screwing up times. You'll see, Ma, now comes the better part. Someone's gonna make good cross his stupid heart. Make good and finally make you proud of your boy.
You, with your words like knives and swords and weapons that you use against me, you have knocked me off my feet again, got me feeling like I'm nothing. You, with your voice like nails on a chalkboard, calling me out when I'm wounded. You, picking on the weaker man. Well, you can take me down with just one single blow. But you don't know what you don't know. Someday I'll be living in a big old city, and all you're ever gonna be is mean. Someday I'll be big enough so you can hit me, and all you're ever gonna be is mean. Why you gotta be so mean?
I didn't have too many scores above 7, so I do want to talk about this because it was one of the top scores for me.
Okay.
So Mocha, or however you say it. So this is a Taylor Swift type of voice, so it's awesome because, I mean, obviously she's a huge artist and like Mark's favorite. So if you can even sound remotely close to that, then it's awesome. You have a great timbre, trill in your voice, runs, and a good pitch. Again, you need more power, more contrasting dynamics, but you sound experienced and confident, and that is awesome.
I didn't really have much more to say beyond that.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
How about Mark? That's obviously a very high score for you.
It is a very high score for me, and as tempting as I was to give an extra half point for a Tay-Tay entry, not going to do that, but really well executed. It was a little bit one-dimensional compared to the original because of the double tracking in the chorus, but round one's more about voiceover production, and the voice is definitely there. Another song choice from the same artist might have given you a little more dynamic that you could have showed us, but you know, it's pretty much flawless execution for me, and yeah, one of my high scores for the round.
Funny how flawless is a 7 to you.
It is if you're going for a single track vocal.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Each to their own.
Flashback to a girl with a song in her heart as she's waiting to start the adventure, the fire and drive that make dreams come alive. They fill her soul, she's in control. The drama, the laughter, the tears just like pearls. Well, they're all in this girl's repertoire. It's all for the taking, and its magic we'll be making. Let me be your star.
Dum dum dum.
Longest for the longest time. Whoa, longest for the longest. If you said goodbye to me tonight, there would still be music left to write. What else could I do? I'm so inspired by you. That hasn't happened for the longest time. Once I thought my innocence was gone. Now I know that happiness goes on. That's where you found me, when you put your arms around me. I haven't been there for the longest time.
Ooh.
What?
Andrea?
Okay. I mean, it was ambitious, but why were all of the vocals off key? I mean, every background singer was off key. I think if he would have just forgotten all of the backup doo-woppers, it would have worked, because, like...
By the way, I just put the wrong color. 4 is a no. Oops.
Oh, okay. Well, then we don't have to discuss it. Okay.
No, well, we have already started, so let's just...
we already started, so,
and 2
okay.
is a very low score, so, from Mark, so...
Okay, but I think if you just would have been yourself by yourself, it would have worked, because I think you do have a voice, but when you just muddled it all up with just too much, you just did too much. You were too ambitious in this first round, and it wasn't working because you just didn't get everything together. Like, if you're going to do something like that, get it on point. Everybody was off key. It was just half a point away from a yes. If you would have just taken everything else out, it would have been a yes.
Pro tip for any future contestants and how to get in my good books: I would much rather have 1 vocal that's on pitch than 5 that aren't. That's about all I've really got on this one.
Yeah, well, I just said, yikes, this was super flat. It was ambitious, like Andrea said, with the harmonies, but it didn't really work out. It kind of reminds me of Scott, but he did a very awesome cover of this song, actually.
Bum, bum, bum. Longest for the longest time.
And this really stood out in a bad way from that, if you compare it to that. So not much positive things to say there.
Yeah.
There ain't no gold in this river that I've been washing my hands in forever. I know there is hope in these waters, but I can't bring myself to swim when I am drowning in this silence. Baby, let me in. Go easy on me, baby. I was still a child, didn't get the chance to feel the world around me. I had no time to choose what I chose to do. So go easy on me.
Maybe we got lost in translation. Maybe I asked for too much, but maybe this thing was a masterpiece. Till you tore it all up, running scared. I was there, I remember it all too well. And you call me up again just to break me like a promise. So casually cruel in the name of being honest. I'm a crumpled up piece of paper lying here, 'cause I remember it all. They say all's well that ends well, but I'm in a new hell every time you double-cross my mind. They said if we had been closer in age, maybe it would have been fine. And that made me want to die. But you see, it's not me, it's not my family. In your head, they are fighting with their tanks and their bombs and their bombs and their guns. In your head, they are crying. In your head, someday, what's in your head? In your head, someday, oh.
Gotta put in the right color this time. And this was one of my higher scores, number 75, okay. Emma Burlton.
I am not going to go crazy and say one of the best entries we've got. It was okay. The song's not super testing. Round one, again, as we're saying, it's more about the voice than the production, but the harmonies need to occupy their own space. You can't smash them all in on the same volume and then hope for the best. And I think that's part of the problem, is that I'm having to try and pick through that and almost tune it out so I can listen to what the voice is actually doing. You know, it's okay. From what I'm getting, there is enough to say, yeah, you've got something, but it was a little distracting in the end for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, Emma, this was one of my higher scores of this wave. I think you have a strong, rich tone, and the harmonies were quite unexpected to me. I loved them, actually. They were very on point. You need more dynamics, but this made me excited still, so I gave this a 7.5.
Actually, I probably would have given this a slightly higher score because I actually do really like your voice, but I'm a fan of this song. The chorus was a little bit distracting for me personally because I would have preferred it without the mix. I think it would have been better if you belted that chorus instead of the harmonizing. That is a solo chorus. That is not a multi-voice chorus. That is like a power chorus. And it just felt more weak to me. Can't she belt? Is she hiding her voice through many more vocals? But you know what? I still think you got a gorgeous voice. And so I said yes.
20 seconds and
I don't care. That had to be said because that's an important song.
Okay, sure. And I can see your point. The harmonies can make up for a lack of power. I mean, it's a way to hide a lack of power. But
and that song is
But
Zombie.
I generally
I mean,
encourage people to make a song on their own. And this was clearly that, so I liked it.
It's Zombie. I mean, come on.
Okay, it's a yes, whatever.
The Cranberries. Come on.
Hello, my name is Irene. I'm 22 years old and I'm going to sing It's All So Quiet from Björk. I'm going to start in the middle, so be prepared for a little bit of screeching. I try not to hurt your ears, so please and thank you. It's oh so quiet. It's oh so still. You're all alone and so peaceful until you ring a bell, bim bom, you shout and you yell, ha ha ho, you've broken the spell. Gee, this is well, you almost have it. This guy I got a hit. There's no mistake. This is it! Till it's over, And then...
Contention, debate.
It's not really a contention. I just didn't like it.
Okay, but I think it's my turn. Okay, Irene, you have a very bad mic. Your voice disappears a bit, but the chorus was good. I like the growls and you have energy. So it was still a yes, but it's gonna be a 5.
You basically said the reasons that I said no. Like, I thought the mic quality, I thought the voice got lost a couple times. There was just something that I maybe was missing. The scream at the end, it just didn't feel like an audition. It felt, I don't know, maybe Mark can convince me that it was, I wasn't feeling it.
Well, my notes on this, I bookended it with, I'm going to regret this, and this is my token troll yes vote on either end of them. It's probably one of the worst singing competition song choices of all time. But in terms of delivering the cover and being authentic to the original, it kind of works. And that is a skill in itself that I think is often overlooked with this competition, that I see probably from doing it for the amount of times that we have and hearing the number of entries. So whether the voice holds up in a proper full song next time around, that's a different story. But yeah, they understand how to capture what a song's supposed to be, if nothing else.
I don't know. I guess it was that scream for me. It just...
yeah, that was
like,
kind of out
I
there.
get it. Like, I get who she's emulating as an artist, but I mean, this is a singing competition. This isn't like Yoko Ono. It's, you know, we're not trying to be the next Yoko Ono.
Yeah, it kind of reminded me of Christina Aguilera's performance of It's a Man's World, because she screamed in the middle of it, and that made it stand out and everything. But I mean, generally, screaming is not singing, and this is a singing competition. So
yeah, I don't know. It didn't play on me right. I mean, it's maybe in certain artistic. It just, I don't know. It wasn't my cup of tea, but
okay,
she's going through anyway. So
let's see if that's good enough to get into the top 20. Gonna find out next round.
Love of mine, someday you will die, but I'll be close behind. I'll follow you into the dark. No blinding light or tunnels to gates of white. Just our hands clasped so tight, waiting for the hint of a spark. If heaven and hell decide that they both are satisfied, illuminate the nose on their vacancy signs. If there's no one beside you when your soul embarks, then I'll follow you into the dark.
Another contention?
It wasn't really a contention. I just said it was good enough for a second chance. It was kind of like a leaning either way. That's my literal review.
Okay, but I have a review. Does Mark have a review?
Yeah, kind of. Mine, I'm on the fence again, like another half point. It would have been a pass. It felt like a little harsh in a way for me to knock it, but the main reason is that the song choice didn't allow for the voice to be showcased whatsoever. There's probably something in there, but I wasn't getting enough to say yes.
Yeah, I mean, I love this song because of Jacqueline Glenn and Future Sunset's version of this.
And I'll follow you into the dark. I'll follow you into the dark.
But there was not nearly enough emotion for this song. The pitch was very shaky as well, and I'm not sure this is a top 20 potential because of that. But the last time I heard this song, it ended severely sharp, and this didn't. So props for that.
Shut up, count your calories. I never looked good in mom jeans. Wish I was like you, blue-eyed blondie, perfect body. Maybe I should try harder. You should lower your expectations. I'm no quick girl Barbie. I was never cut out for prom queen. If I get more pretty, do you think he will like me?
For me, really low energy, and if there isn't any dynamic about it, then it needs to be note perfect. So I've not got energy or dynamic or notes on point. So while it was on the edge, it falls to a no for me.
You have a good vibrato. It was a bad song choice though. It's not a competition song because it's too coy to me. You need to push from your diaphragm.
There's a very lovely voice. I just think you need a little bit more energy to bring that lovely voice out more.
I was 5 and he was 6. We rode on horses made of sticks. He wore black and I wore white. He would always win the fight. Bang, bang. He shot me down. Bang, bang. I hit the ground. Bang, bang. That awful sound. Bang, bang, my baby shot me down. Music played and people sang. Just for me, the church bells rang. Now he's gone. I don't know why.
Whatever you want from me, giving you everything. I'm your baby tonight, giving me ecstasy. You are my fantasy. I'm your baby tonight. Looks like I'm fatal, it's all on the table, and baby, you hold the cards. You've got the magic and I gotta have it. I don't want the pieces, I want every single part. And I'll be your angel, I'm ready and able. Whatever you want is fine. Whenever you're ready, just call on your lady. I'll be your baby tonight.
So Arcadia, I am a big fan of Whitney Houston and this song, so that may have tainted my opinion a little bit, but this was very underwhelming. There was not enough energy in this, it was repetitive and very flat. You need to avoid singing royalty if you are untrained, but I give you props for having the guts to try this still.
Arcadia, I think one thing definitely I always bring up is the quality of the recording, the mic, the mix. The foundation is there, I think, but you need to train a lot more. There are pitch issues, and I didn't understand a single word. There was a lot of enunciation issues. Every word came from the nose. You need to learn to enunciate through the nasality. This time, it's a no, but don't give up. If you train a little more, you may be able to try again next time around.
This reminds me of all those J-pop entries we get where they try and cram a bunch of syllables into a line that don't really fit. With this song, the lyrics do fit into the spaces, just not like that. You've got such a poor grasp of the timing for this song that if you had the best voice in the world, I couldn't have said yes to it.
Yep, for once, I can definitely see where you're coming from with the timing and everything else.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
いい成績でしょうねねいい子でしょうかわいい子でしょうねねいい子でしょう苦しいね愛して愛して愛してもっともっと愛して愛して苦しいほどに苦しい苦しい呪縛を解いて解いてね止められないや
nice voice. You can control the transitions a little better and you're breathing a little bit more, but otherwise I think you had real nice control of your strength and the power. I really do like that voice. I think there's a lot of strength in there.
Interesting. And I was tempted to bump this to a yes, mainly on the strength of that last note, but I'm pretty sure that was off hitch. Plenty of issues here. I think the biggest one is breath control. You can kind of hear the breathing in the background.
Yeah,
and
that's too much.
Yeah, and if you've got issues with breath control, it's going to throw off so much in terms of being able to get sustain, to be able to throw up, to be able to push to get to these notes that you need. It feels like that is going to unstick you in so many areas in the later later parts of the competition. I could be wrong. It could be a one-off, but that's my vibe, and that's a big issue to try and get around if that's a problem.
Yeah, I was pretty surprised to hear your review, Andrea, because I actually wrote that there was power, but it was out of control a lot of the times. I don't know which notes you're going for a lot of the times, but you sometimes belt in this song, and that is great, and you have great energy, and you do have enough potential to be able to say yes.
See, when I said power, I meant it wasn't like screaming. It didn't sound like he was able to reach those notes without straining to the point of screaming.
Oh, but I thought
think
you
the breath
said
was my
that it sounded controlled.
like controlled as in not screaming. Like my what I was meaning is like Scott, like when I felt like he was screaming, that's kind of what I meant by control. Like I didn't feel like it was like that kind of like power as in like, you know, like getting like pushing out those notes, feeling rock and roll without screaming and bursting his vocal cords in that kind of a way. But I do agree with the breathing. That breathing was too much.
Yeah, but it was good enough, so I guess we can move on from that. Mark has that contentious voice in there, enough as it is.
And it's every time you hurt yourself with knives, and I'm calling out your name again. If you're holding on to fear, I knew that like an opal light shine through. And I say, why we can stop all this sacrifice. I know that all the lies became the stone in your heart. I wonder how long you're gonna survive. We didn't see all its meaning.
When you were here before, couldn't look you in the eye. You're just like an angel. Your skin makes me cry. You float like a feather in a beautiful world. I wish I was special. You're so fucking special. But I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here?
It's another one like what we just talked about. It's maybe a harsh no on my point, as it's right on the edge. It's kind of like you're fighting to keep your voice together. There's not enough support behind any of it. And you've got a nice tone, which is there, and that's evident. But I don't think the technical kind of foundation is there to be able to consistently deliver that. Which is why it's a harsh one when you end up knocking someone that has a voice but maybe can't pull it off. I look forward to be proven wrong.
Yeah, and I hope you are, because I said that you have an amazing, unique voice. You really made this your own, but it seems like you forgot the lyrics in the pre-chorus, because I could hear that hesitation in there. You should have re-recorded that, and you were going sharp as well. But I love your vibrato.
Yeah, you have a very pretty voice, but there were some pitch issues. You gotta watch that. And I think maybe that was one of the issues. Like Petri said, that maybe you kind of had that hesitation and that maybe threw you off a little bit. But I did like the performance, and that's why I gave you a 6 and a yes.
We love to prove Mark wrong in this competition.
Any dolt with half a brain could see that humankind has gone insane. To the point that I don't know if I'll upset the status quo if I throw poison in the water main. Listen close to everybody's heart and hear that breaking sound. Hopes and dreams are shattering apart and crashing to the ground. I cannot believe my eyes, how the world's filled with filth and lies. But it's plain to see evil inside of me is on the rise. Hi, I'm NotCats. I'm a voice actor in the making, and hopefully you've enjoyed this.
NotCats, number 84. So there was a lot of talk singing in this, and it was very pitchy. There was an extreme lack of power because you're holding back a lot on that last sustained note. You need projection in your voice. If you are afraid of singing, then it's just not worth it.
There was no passion behind the song. There's no emotion. There's no dynamics. It felt more like you were having a conversation than a performance.
Yeah.
Maybe it just wasn't the right song choice. I think there may be a voice there, but I'm just going to have to pass this time. I think with a better song choice, you might have a better chance, but it's just not going to be this time around.
Yeah, and I think I'm echoing both of you. It's the projection thing that ruins it for me. The song choice, yeah, it's not the best audition song by any stretch, but chances are if you ripped into it a little more and went for it, we wouldn't necessarily have that much of a problem with it. It's more that it was just very low energy, and if you're not putting the push into things, you're not going to get up to the notes you need. So pretty clear no for me.
Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more auditions in the next episode. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe.